Joining us now to review some of the headlines of today's newspapers from around the world is Arise News analyst Emmanuel Efene, the great Malabite.
Good morning,
Good morning, Emmanuel.
Good morning, Ayo. Good morning, Rufai. We'll start the review straight away with This Day, Nigeria's newspaper of record. The story above the masthead. Nigeria recorded 600 trillion naira e-payment transactions in 2023. A major leap there. Electronic payment transaction in Nigeria hit an all-time high. It rose by 55% to 600 trillion naira. Of course, this is a figure provided by the Nigerian Interbank Settlement System, NIPS. And perhaps it's one of the legacies of the much vilified Godwin Emefiele. He was the apostle of e-payment. And of course, in the peak of that Naira exchange, people will ask, do e-payment, do e-payment. Today, there's hardly any market you won't see a point of sales system. Even the pepper sellers, the yam sellers, they have their POS just by their side. Because if you don't have it, you lose money because people don't carry enough cash. In any case, the banks don't even give enough cash these days. So, one of the legacies of Godwin Emefiele e-payment system. The transactions there going up by 55% in 2023. Let's just go straight to the lead story. AFCON 2023, Super Eagles beat South Africa in dramatic shootouts to qualify for final. Meet host country Cote d'Ivoire on Sunday. Tinubu, our national team has made us proud. Yes, I remember that advert. Papilo, I know say one day you go make us proud. The Super Eagles making all of us, including the president, proud with that performance over the Bafana, aka Amapiano boys from South Africa. Well, it was a great match. At least now we can say we have a team because these boys have been playing together for some time and now they have gelled. Although we still have problems with the midfield, we have super attackers. Our defense now very good. And we have a goalkeeper at last. Wabali. That guy is good. And at least he should be wearing the number 1 jersey. There's no contest anymore for now. Now, the Vanguard newspaper also has that story. Super Eagles soar into AFCON finals. Now, the Business Day newspaper, Cardoso signals return to orthodox monetary policy as treasury bills yield doubles. Foreign portfolio investors since staging comeback boost for Naira as higher interest rates set to lure dollars. Investors to rotate from stock market to fixed market. Yes, with 19% interest. The money market bubbled yesterday with treasury bills being sold at 19%, but still below the inflation rate. But it's a good place to put your money now, Rufai. I know. You look at these markets, yes. You can put your money in the treasury bills. I'm sure by the time the Monetary Policy Committee come up with the announcement, there will be more action in that market, the money market. Now, the Punch newspaper, EFCC, 700-man task force goes after dollar racketeers. EFCC summons private varsities, proprietors, companies, others charging dollar fees. Government agency violating law on Forex too. Nigeria Economic Summit Group tells Commission, airlines promise compliance. Yes, those who want to turn our economy to dollar economy charging, well, they are up for hard times because the EFCC is out there looking for those violating extant laws as it concerns transactions. The Nation newspaper also has that story. EFCC clamps down on firms for issuing invoices in dollar. The Nation newspaper. Now, the Guardian newspaper, court orders federal government to fix prices. Inflation as agitation heightens. Yes, that story is also in the Blueprint newspaper. State of the Nation, fix prices of goods in 7 days. Court orders federal government. Police arrest 25 over Niger protests. Listen to protesters. APC shifting. Counsel Tinubu. Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, went to court to compel the federal government to fix prices in line with
the Price Control Act.
Yes, the Price Control Act, Section 4. the government will just have to comply, because the Attorney General and the Price Control Board, they were respondents in this case. So we'll see how the government will respond to this, because the listed items include milk, flour, salt, sugar, bicycles, motorcycles, motor vehicles, and other spare parts, as well as petroleum products such as diesel, petrol, and kerosene. So the federal government has been ordered to fix price, not lower price, not to lower price, fix. So they can fix price of petrol, of PMS at 800. They will tell you that they are complying with court order. They have fixed it. Yeah, okay. But Femi Falana, senior advocate of Nigeria, human rights activist, took that matter to court. Now, of course, the New Telegraph newspaper has a story: rising inflation, fixed prices of goods in 7 days, court orders federal government. Now, the Daily Trust newspaper: bandits threaten to marry bride, sell 62 wedding guests, demand 100 million naira ransom. Here we go again. Nigerians who were going about their lawful duty found themselves in kidnappers' den, and now the kidnappers are threatening to sell these guests and even marry the bride that people gathered to witness her wedding. Well, I'm sure the government is reading this. They have the intel, and they should follow this up so that these people can be rescued from the shackles of these kidnappers. Now, if we look at the foreign newspapers quickly, the Times of London: Putin's spy infiltrated Britain's intelligence. Suspected agent met Charles and former Prime Minister. Years of access to secrets after asylum given. Remember James Bond, the spy who loved me. This spy loved Britain and has been identified as Putin's spy. Ruben, Rufai, and Ayo.
Just two quick things. The story about the court giving an order that the Price Control Board should fix prices. Yes, Femi Falana SAN had gone to the Federal High Court, Lagos, to ask whether the Price Control Board is carrying out its duty to fix prices of certain items that are listed in the first schedule to the Price Control Act or not. And those items are some of those items that you have listed. Two respondents, the Price Control Board and the Attorney General of the Federation. That suit was filed in May 2023. And up till the court ruled, the respondents did not file any counter. In other words, they just ignored the court. So the court now ruled, the Court of Justice Luis Alagoa, they ruled that, he has found in favor, of the petitioner in this case, granted the prayers that have been requested for by Femi Falana SAN. And this is the point we make. There are many departments of government that just exist on paper that don't function. And what this ruling has pointed out is, the example of the Price Control Board, whereby people can just put any amount on their commodities. You can't do that in the UK because the state looks into the matter. And then you have a department called Weights and Measures Department. That department does not function. As expensive as petrol is now, sometimes I wonder what happens. You fill your tank. By the time you go from Ireland to the mainland and you come back, everything will have disappeared. And I wonder what kind of petrol are they selling these days? If the Weights and Measures Department is doing its work, that will not be the case. That's part of the problem. Finally, the second issue has
the Weights and Measures is not only for petrol. It's for mudu of gari, mudu of rice, mudu of beans to ensure that we are not cheated also.
That's another department that's not functioning. Finally, Netanyahu says that the fight against Hamas is going to continue, despite Hamas proposing a 135-day ceasefire and in three phases for exchange of prisoners and release of hostages. Netanyahu says, don't bother. We will finish this war within months, which is unfortunate. Only yesterday, Anthony Blinken was touring the Middle East. He spoke with Mahmoud Abbas and Netanyahu. But Netanyahu is saying, no, the war is not over until Gaza and Hamas are permanently incapacitated, which is unfortunate for the cause of world peace and for access to humanitarian aid. Well, thank you very much, Emmanuel.